Last time on the Lion's Den with Seth.
You got to feel what's inside. Don't let them take you for a fool now. Don't let them take you for a ride.
Welcome to the world, young soul, where untold adventures unfold. Where the moon shine and the sun glow. Plant seeds and see what grows. Water your garden with wishes and dreams. Free like a fish in the sea. But listen to me, not everyone listens to dreams. Some hearts are skipping a beat.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to another Lion's Den with Seth, and I am one of your hosts. Look, y'all, this is going to be a super dope show, and so I'm glad that y'all here. Make sure you take 2 seconds, only 2. Make sure you're here to hit the share button, right, and stop being stingy. Let everybody know that you're here getting it in. If this is your first time here, make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook so that you can be involved in this conversation. Give us a shout out, say hey, and so you can see yourself being up here on the silver screen. Not just that, y'all, please make sure you have the opportunity and make time out of your day, out your busy schedule, to go and download the Lions Pride Network. Y'all, we're on Roku and Amazon Fire, and there's some good things that's getting ready to happen. So you might want to be on this side of the change, all right? So don't wait till it's too long then say, hey, look, hey, I was always rocking with y'all. Can I do? Nope, sorry, too late, okay? Get it while the getting is good. So look, y'all, we're gonna have a different dynamics today with the den. Some of my brothers is out, like shout out to Larry. He's out with his family. They out taking care of business and doing things. Herm, he might pop in, but he's out. As you can see, if y'all been following us, we kind of stepped out last night, and I think he overstepped a little bit. So he's struggling. You understand what I'm saying? But look, y'all go and follow us and make sure you check him out. But warm wishes to him and to everybody else that's watching. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have a old favorite. Okay, for those of y'all that don't know, my man Big Will is back in the building. What's going on? Welcome back, good sir. How you feeling, brother?
Hey, I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed. Hey,
Yeah.
What I can say, it ain't nothing like being in the presence of greatness. And when I say the Lions Den is nothing but greatness, but we couldn't be where we are today without the pride. So thank you to all of you that's out here watching what we do and supporting this person, that share button. And let's say a quick prayer for Herm's ankles to hope he get his life together. Let's just go there.
Yo, you know what? What I might just do, y'all, we might just go ahead and put that up a little later on, okay? You see what happens when people get a little bit too much num juice, and so therefore they start thinking they can, move a certain way, you know what I mean? But it don't work like that all the time. But brother, how you been, man? Welcome back, man. How's everything been with you?
I've been blessed, brother. Another successful tour. Got a chance to do some great things over in the deploy location, meet some great people, advocate on behalf of the Lions Den so people know just how awesome our efforts are, our objectives, and just know that we're moving upward and forward. And we just hope you stay along for the ride because we're doing some big things. But yo, I'm back in America, baby. It's on. Let's get it.
There you go. And yes, man, look, we do appreciate that, man. I've been moving, shaking and moving, doing some things. And people say, oh, you know what? I heard about y'all over there. I'm like, wait, over where? You know what I mean? So apparently you've been getting it in and, spreading the word. And man, that's dope. That's what we're supposed to do. So welcome back. But y'all moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce someone else to the den. First time officially as our guest host, right? She is a co-host on the Lioness Layer, and she also has the Camouflage Beauty. And I'm going to let her talk a little bit about herself. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Miss Carrie Cece. Yeah. What's going on, Miss Lady? How you feeling?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Oh, slow motion. Hi, welcome to the den officially on your own. How you like it?
I like it. I like it. I had to come out here with some Black Girl Fly to represent for the women out there and bring something different to the conversation. So
yes,
thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. So look, tell us a little bit about you, ma'am.
Hey, me, I am blessed. Like you said, I am one of the co-hosts on the Lioness Lair. We come on Facebook Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Central. So just me and Crystal and Camille doing girl talk, women empowerment. That is extremely important to me. And I'm also the host of Camouflage Beauty, which is a specific podcast of just interviewing military women and hear about their stories of resiliency and growth. And so we have some other projects in the work. There's so much more in store with me as far as life's concerned. And so you just got to stay tuned.
All right, then. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard it. Make sure y'all stay tuned and see what Carrie got popping off, right? Because if we can do it all together, you never know what can pop off, right? What will fold and just continue to fold, right? That's what this is about, the truth of growth and development. So, y'all, we're going to get right into it, y'all. So our topic today, well, first we were going through, trying to find, okay, let's get all this information. Then all of a sudden I found something else that was a taint disturbing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there is something out there called the baby boy syndrome. Hey, Will, have you heard of the baby boy syndrome, brother?
When I say I've heard of it, but didn't pay a lot of attention to it because this is a little crazy out here, brother.
Look crazy. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, look, we got a brother out there, Lil Duval. For those of you that's just listening, he made a post on Twitter that says, "I love a woman that just naturally acts like a mother towards me. Like constantly checking up on me, make sure I eat and do regular life things, okay? Right? Even though it aggravates me. Blame my mama." So, no, brother, I won't blame. You know what? Ladies first. Go ahead, Carrie. What you think about this this situation here?
First of all, he is tripping, okay? Because I want to know what regular life things are. That's number one. My next thing is when he says, "I want you to check up on me and make sure I eat." I mean, my question would be, okay, cool. Can I also give you a curfew and an allowance? You know what I mean? There's so much more to it than that. I don't think any woman that I know wants a man like that. I mean, to each his own and everything, but I don't like it.
Can't dig it. Hey, Will, man, what you say, bro?
Okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one, brother.
Okay.
Maybe he could have been communicating that he wants a woman that's concerned about his well-being, right? And he just didn't know how to articulate that. I could not foresee a grown-ass man saying that I need you to make sure I eat a sandwich. Like, motherfucker, you hungry? Go eat.
But no. So, and I can dig it. But you know what? Honestly, y'all, there are, and shout out to those that know what I'm talking about. But for those of you that don't, just Google it. Okay, Google the baby boy syndrome. Okay, listen, it wasn't just a movie. This is real. This is real talk. So you got brothers out there, right, that really feel like it's the woman's responsibility to continue to put them in a place of nurturing, right, to the point where they still feel important. So I'm not going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to say it's the ladies' fault that did it. That's what I'm going to say. I say it's y'all fault, ladies. Now, somebody chime in, type in, and prove me wrong, okay? Because this makes no sense. This is a grown man, y'all. This is a grown man. Who did it? A brother didn't do this to him.
Hey, Seth. Well, go ahead, man. I know you got something important to say. I hear it in your voice.
I'm just saying. So, I mean, I blame the absence of men, which you hear me talk about all the time. Okay? The absence of fathers in the household. And I'm not sure why, but it seems like women typically treat their sons different than their daughters. And they turn them into that, and then they come out into the world to date people like me. And I'm like, go back home to your mom because we can't do nothing with you.
What you going to say? What you going to say?
Okay, I'm going to take a different approach on this one, right?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of men were ostracized from their homes. And you had a lot of single mother households that were forced to try to fill that void of both the mother and the father. Unfortunately, a woman cannot take the place of a man. And sometimes they take ownership on what they're surrounded with and what they're influenced by, which are women behaviors such as this. This is some female trait stuff, looking for that reinforcement, that reassurance, and that support where he's not thinking independently because he didn't have a man to show him how to do so. So unfortunately, it's not just the man's fault because the system has really kept a lot of men out of that household. So we can't forget about that. We got to talk about that.
See, and I can dig that. I can dig that. And it's my thing is too, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that's just chiming in, we're talking about this whole baby boy syndrome and just having a conversation in the den. But I really do believe personally that in this day and age, we lose levels of excuses. Okay, we really do. How many times we going to say it's the system's fault? You get what I'm saying? How many times we gonna say that? Listen, look, we have so many resources now. Don't get me wrong. There sometimes individuals are born a little bit or placed in a situation where they're farther from the finish line. You dig what I'm saying? So they got to do a little bit more. And I understand that. But what I'm saying is, you got these grown men, okay, out here that's already been through the 80s and 90s and hey, now in the 2000s, and they still want somebody to you get what I'm saying? What's going on? Still today, right? In 4 dimensions, we still playing this woe is me type of thing. Carrie, help me out. What's the fix, you think?
So I don't know what the fix is. I don't know if there is a fix for that. I do agree with Will. I agree with both you guys. I mean, first of all, Lil Duval has exposure. Okay, so if he really does believe this, he can go out here and find people, okay, that are going to help him to develop as a man if he so chooses to. So to Will's point, yes, the system has taken a lot of fathers out of the household, but I agree with Seth. When are we going to stop using that as an excuse to be better? The issue is, this is not a Lil Duval's issue. If you Google this is an entire syndrome of people out here that want this, that really like this. And I'm like, I don't understand what women they're with. And then if you find a woman who goes through the baby girl syndrome, then how do you thrive in a relationship? Like, who's leading who? What are we doing here? Nothing is going to get done.
Oh, you know what? Hey, all right. Now, see, that's another to see how you just flip that. Now, tell me about the baby girl syndrome. Are those the women that's looking for? Are those the sugar babies? Sugar babies looking for sugar daddies? Is that what that is?
I don't think so, and I don't know if the baby girl syndrome is a real thing. But in comparison to this thing, I think I think this baby girl syndrome is these women who believe that as adult women, they're not supposed to pay no bills. They're not supposed to clean up their houses. They're not supposed to do anything but sit around and look cute. That is all they bring to the table. And I don't think that's enough. And I don't think I know many men that's going to accept that as enough. Now, back in the day, we used to joke about like having mail order brides. Maybe if you find one of those women, but today in today's society, especially United States of America, you're not gonna find too many women that's just gonna, too many men that's just gonna say, "Oh yeah, baby girl, you don't have to do anything, and I'll just buy you stuff all the time." That's just not the way it is.
See.
Hey, I'm gonna add something to the conversation.
Go ahead.
Just because you are a certain age does not make you a man or a woman. To me, that just means you're just who you are without the education or the knowledge to activate those skills that it takes to become a man or a woman. So you got a lot of people out here living the funk through social media. Well, my man, shouts out to my man Kevin Samuels for out here in these streets. I said it.
I need Crystal and Camille with me, y'all.
Now, one thing I will say, I don't agree with disrespect towards women. However, I don't knock facts. And when I say when you listen to the context of what this man discusses, sometimes the truth hurts. And he been hurt a lot of feelings out here because a lot of people need that act right.
And see, I'm just saying. And you know what? Look, to that point too, when it goes back to this baby boy, even baby girl syndrome, people aren't being honest with individuals. Say, hey, chill out. You're a cornball. Okay, someone told you was doing it right. Wait, somebody said, you know what? It was probably your mama. Your mama said, baby, don't worry about them. You just keep doing what you doing. It's gonna be all right. They gonna love you. Then when you want a real woman, what? You don't know how to do what as a man or for a man, a woman feeling as though, well, I deserve A, B, C, and D. Well, would you even date you?
Facts.
Come on now. Wait, hold on. Wait. You see? Look at see. But you see what I'm saying? So watch this. Baby boys, what baby boys want, like a woman like him? You see what I'm saying? Or even the women, look, I need this, and this. Okay, you want this on the table, but what are you bringing to it? You see what I'm saying? So what you gonna say, CC?
I don't disagree with that. I mean, I'm not a fan of Kevin Samuels or whatever his name is.
You know what his
You
name
know what his
is.
name is.
You know what his name is.
But okay, I understand his sentiments in a lot of ways. Now, the women gonna be mad at me. However, it's called a continuum. Okay. So a lot of times women we're nurturers by nature, and we get a guy, right? He don't have no job, and we pacify him like, it's okay, baby. Then he don't have no car, but it's okay, baby. I still support you. And that turns them into this little Duval's comment, you know. Before you know it, he living with you. He not paying the bills. He's on the couch while you working 2 jobs to make ends meet. And all he can say is, "But I love you, though. I don't like you. Not enough." So I blame us in a lot of ways. We have allowed this to happen for way too long, in the idea that, oh, we're strong. We're going to show him that we're here for him for this whole Bonnie and Clyde, you know, situation. And now you need to get out here and get a job and pull your weight and be the leader of this household.
That's right.
Now you know I'm about to take it though, right?
Hey, well, look, check it out. Hey, hold that thought too. But at least play your role. You see what I'm saying? At least play your role, because if your woman is the breadwinner, so to speak, hey, if she the breadwinner, make the dinner. Can you dig it? Right? Play your role, but don't do nothing about we hungry. You double hey, we hungry. If you don't get your okay, go ahead.
So check it out. Let's look at what a lot of women are looking for within men. Sometimes women sacrifice all those small things that we're discussing right now for sex, penis size, sexual encounters, looks, etc., and they think they can change this man. So I won't just blame that man. I got to hold some accountability on these women that's choosing this type of guy over the good guy that's too nice, or that's just my friend. Y'all friend zone the good guys to have those capabilities to settle for my man right here that wants you to tuck him in at night. So let's talk about that. Or
check this out. Hey, or that good old strapping buck that's pop you upside your head. He look good though, don't he? You know what I'm talking about? So, hey, but you see what I'm saying? So sometimes women and men, don't get me wrong, we pass over those individuals because of society standards. You dig? And the crazy part is we can't even articulate our own standards or where we are as individuals, because where we set our standards will help to teach other individuals how to treat us. So it's a reason why baby boys feel so comfortable at your crib. Hey, you dig what I'm saying? Come on, CC.
Well, they can't feel comfortable over here at 7314. I'm just saying. But
yeah, right.
But you know what? I would tend to agree with some of the stuff you said. You know, I think women are to blame in a lot of this. You know, we have to take some responsibility too. And I think especially women, the older you get, I meet a lot of friends, female friends, right? That right, Nicole. But I meet a lot of female friends who are, as they get older, if they've never been married or they really want to be with a man, they start to accept some of these things. And as long as he's home, you know, she makes her own money or whatever. So as long as he comes home every day, she's like, well, that's enough. And I mean, if the sex is good and he's halfway good looking, then, you know, that seems to be enough. But over here,
see,
nah, you got to work.
See?
If I have to work, you have to work. And if you're not working, I agree. If I'm bringing home the bacon, you got to at least cook it.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
You dig? Right. Do something to alleviate some of that stress. You dig what I'm saying? So, yo, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're talking about. This is just the casual conversations in the den. So if we didn't have this platform, the type of energy and the type of minds that we have, we will still have this. But these are the type of conversations that you should be having. Okay, because this is things that affects our community, right? These baby boys is a virus. Okay, speaking of viruses, hey, it's a damn pandemic. You understand? So listen, talking about that, am I lying? I ain't lying. Now listen, what do y'all think about this? All right, so y'all, we got the COVID, the Delta variant. All right, so what I want to ask you, CC, how do you feel about the lack of initiatives when it comes down to individuals that don't understand or that don't believe that this is serious.
So I understand some of the conspiracy theories about this, and I have some conspiracy theories myself. And
Mhm.
so it's hard for them to take it seriously, I think, with the data changing all the time, right? The
Yeah.
CDC guidance changes every 48 hours. Like, I don't know if I should wash my hands or, or cut off my hands. Like, I don't know what
Right.
I'm
Right.
supposed to
Right.
do.
Hmm.
But I think, this is one of those times where as a world we need to band together for the greater good. It's gonna make you uncomfortable for a little bit. Either get vaccinated or wear your mask, and at
Either
all
or.
times
Hmm.
wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? And I
Hmm.
compare it to like, you know, I try to trust the CDC as much as possible, and I give them the grace to understand that this is so new. They're grappling for data too. They're making it up as they go and doing the best they can. We
Hmm.
ain't never questioned them before when they said, the AIDS was a pandemic, right? We
Right.
still around here buying condoms and whatever because we believe this is real. So this is no different to me. Wash your hands or get vaccinated, strap up, and be as careful as you can.
Right. And you know what? And that's a good point. And with that being said, is shout out to everyone that is taking this serious, that's wearing a mask and that's social distance, even washing hands. But you know what? I question those individuals that was complaining about washing their hands. I'm gonna say that again. I question those individuals that's been saying, why I'm always washing my hands. You fool. Tell me what happened as to why this is a new thing to you. You understand what I'm saying? What you been doing? Nasty ass. Anyway, Will, what you think, bruh? What you think the issue is?
I think it's a broken faith based on so many different forms of communication, saying so many different things as it relates to COVID, right? So, us looking at things logically, I'm no doctor, but I have a little bit of logic. If you're saying that if you're vaccinated and you don't have to wear a mask, but you can still contract it and you can still pass it on, what's the science in that? You got governors on television eating French fries at 9 a.m. saying, "Hey, I got my vaccine. You should come get yours. Hey, let me get a piece of that cheeseburger. You want a cheeseburger?" So I've never seen something advocated for like they are right now to get people vaccinated. But I do think they need to do a better job at articulating the message consistently because there's so many different platforms. People are confused.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I
So
think
no, go ahead. So what?
we need to do a better job at really finding out what source of information we need to be following versus Facebook, Instagram, tweeters, and all this stuff, man. You need to
Yeah.
figure out who should you be trusting
Hmm.
versus who you should not be trusting and take care of yourself and your family.
You're right, real talk. And you know what? And my 2 cents is, how about take a little bit of effort and look for your damn self? Hey, find out the truth for yourself and find a way for you to be comfortable. Because if you allow talking heads to tell you what to do, you the fool. You understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And without challenging it, right? Without taking a step further to do your own research. For example, my homeboy said at AG, he was like, man, look, they say to take this vaccine, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? There's a virus out there, but then at the same time, I'm still eating McDonald's. You see what I'm saying? It's a play on that.
Mhm.
So they're still promoting McDonald's. We know what McDonald's can do to you by constantly eating it, but they're still promoting that. So it's like, okay, so what do you do? But at the end of the day, we all have a responsibility to research for us. I was talking to Camille the other day. Shout out to you, Camille, and everybody in your family. You know, it's so much different information out there. What a vaccine could do for your body and which one might be, different or, affect you differently. You have to make those choices for yourself. However, keep me out of danger. You did what I'm saying? Don't perpetuate and be breathing all up on me. Back. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But we got to do better, y'all. We have to do better as a people. What you was gonna say, Camille? Not Camille. Carrie?
So I feel like one of the things that make us beautiful in America is also what's hurting us right now. America is literally a country of free choice. We
Mhm.
have the freedom to do whatever we want. And unfortunately, the federal government makes one rule and then it goes down to state and then it goes down to local, it goes down to all these various levels. And we've given everyone in this country a choice, which we love. But when you have a worldwide pandemic, those choices still come back to hurt us, which is
Mhm.
why now you see people so separated because they are allowed to make whatever choice they want.
Right.
And I feel like, you know, I don't want I'm not very big on government interference. I feel like, they should, not be China, right? We don't want to be China. But at the
Right.
same time, they have to first get on the same page. And unfortunately, our government is not on the same page right now. So it's easy
Mm.
for the naysayers or the ones that's really afraid to kind of, poke holes in their statements because they first need to be on the same page. As leaders, they need to come together and get on the same page, but they can't even do that. So I don't know who to trust. I've had governors tell me, don't take X vaccine, or this one is better, or this one is not. And then I have some governors says, oh, don't take any vaccine, you'll be fine. And I'm like, I don't really know which one of y'all are lying to
Exactly.
me.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then we're listening to individuals that have a zero knowledge of what they're talking about. They are making your health, or they're placing our health in the same category as politics. That's not right. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, you're taking away my constitutional rights by making me put a mask on. You damn fool. What? So you telling me you can't vote because you got a mask on. You understand? Or you can't drink from this water fountain because of your mask. Are you serious? Come on now. And so based off of what I guess your confirmation bias that on is going to help shift the way that you move, and then how you, I guess, communicate that in your own household, right? Based off of us voting for individuals and putting that much faith in someone that doesn't know what the hell they're talking about.
So personally, I recognize that Dr. Fauci doesn't know everything,
Hmm.
but the man is a dinosaur. He
Hmm.
has taken us through numerous pandemics, different viruses, diseases through the years. So I usually fact check a lot of things that he says. I try to see if they're coming from more credible sources. I'm not getting my information about pandemic from Twitter. You know what I mean?
Right, right. You
It's not an
know,
official news source, people. Come on.
right. It's not. And then not just that too. the news itself the news itself is actually still entertainment, right? And some people don't understand that. They still don't understand that. So make sure you check in your sources. But here's a question too before we take a break. What do you guys think about the incentives for individuals taking the vaccine? Like, okay, we're going, like in Louisiana, what they're going to do is give individuals $100 to take the vaccine. What do you think about that, Will?
Ooh, let me think of my professional response here. So I don't necessarily agree with that, right? Because you
Mhm.
look at, you have AIDS and all these different diseases have been around for years, killing thousands and thousands of people. We never put that much emphasis into seeing people get treated to get certain vaccinations, so on and so forth. But this all of a sudden is different, right? You got to keep that same energy. I think if you would have been consistent for other things, cancer, so on and so forth, that's bothering the world, I think people would have took this a lot more seriously and been more willing to participate with vaccination. I
Mm.
just think that you didn't keep that same energy. So
Mhm.
now you're trying to offer people Big Macs and French fries and $100 bills and 40 ounces to try to get them to take this vaccine. I think you lost credibility. Now you have to regain that some way, somehow.
CC, what say you?
So I think the government has lost credibility in a lot of different ways over the last 18 to 20 months. So that's not just it. I do think the reason this for me is a lot more serious. I cannot remember any pandemic or illness that has hit the world to this degree at the exact same time.
Mhm.
So everyone suffers from cancer, HIV, some of the big ones that we have been tracking, but it's never been to this degree at the same time. And a viral thing of that you can pick up in the air or anywhere. So for me, I guess my last question is, where can I get my $100? I already got my vaccine, but I feel like I need to get back paid because
See,
I was in the line.
right, right, right. And that's the key. That's the key. It's like, yo, what do we do? Right? What do we do? And then what about our first responders? Shouldn't they have it? You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't they be, mandated to have them? I mean, it's just so much going on right now because are we putting them in danger? right? Just by working with individuals or trying to help save individuals that don't want the vaccine, but they out here willy-nilly with all types of COVID. You dig what I'm saying? So how are we protecting them? Right? Because studies show that the last study showed today that vaccine is 99.9999% effective to keep you from dying or having severe effects, right, of COVID. So what do you think about that, having our first responders being mandated to take the vaccine?
So that 99.9, right, run me my money. But that 99.9% effectiveness is the same that we use for birth control and condoms. I keep bringing it back to this, right? Because this is something that nobody really questions. You know what I mean? We go with that 99.9% and we trust that. Even if it got a hole in it, it's been sitting in your wallet for 8 months, you know? So I'm just saying. But so my mom is a nurse, and a lot of people, this is not a popular opinion, so I'm sorry if I piss anybody off, but my mom has had numerous COVID patients for the last almost 2 years, and I have been worried every day since this thing started. Okay. And so my thing is this: if you do not want to get a vaccine, that's fine. Go over there on your own island of non-vaccinated people. You don't want to wash your hands. I feel like we should. It seems as if we're split anyway, so just split the country. My last point with that is this: if there's one bed left in a hospital, and the times we were running out of bed, and my mom is getting sick, right, from treating your family members that's been sick because y'all ain't want to get vaccinated, I feel like my mother should get that bed. I do not feel like if you don't decide to protect yourself or protect my family, you should be allowed a hospital bed. But I'm not in government, so I can't make that choice.
Oh, wow.
That's deep.
Yo,
Saying.
hey, look,
Think about it.
Yo, no, straight up. You know what I'm saying? What you think about that, Will?
I can understand why you would feel like that. But I think if I saw more advertisement that said if you are vaccinated, then you run less of a chance to transmit this virus to someone else. But I haven't seen any study to say just because you're vaccinated, you cannot pass it to somebody else. So the vaccination is to protect you from getting serious symptoms. And the way it's been marketed, like you're contagious, you need to go over there because you're not vaccinated. So I think that's a mixed message. But I do, however, understand why you say that your mother should get that bed over someone else that decided not to do the vaccination. I do totally understand that.
And she has no choice.
Right. And also too, to your point, Will, the thing is if you get the vaccine, well, this is what it says. If you get the vaccine, you can still transmit it. It's just it lessens the amount, I guess, right, of the chances of someone receiving it from, getting it from you. You can still get it. It's just like that point chance. They can still get it. It's still a chance. So, but it's a great discussion, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to take a pause for the cause, but if you have not done so already, make sure you share this. Make sure you share this, like, subscribe, wherever you're seeing this at. Let everybody know that you are watching The Lion's Den. Right on. We will be right back.
One thing we can cherish during these times is family dinners. Think about it: the nice, succulent southern fried chicken, baked beans cooked to perfection, creamy macaroni and cheese, cornbread. You get the point. Come check out Kevlar's Grill, where all the meals are cooked with perfection, professionalism, and love. Located outside the Scott Air Force Base back gate inside the VFW is where you can find them. Also, they have military discount for all of our serving members. Give them a call. Their number is 618-416-5700, and that's inside Scott VFW, post 4183. And they also have Grubhub. Call them now and tell them that the Lion's Den sent you.
As a financial literacy coach and credit repair specialist, Tracy Brown teaches people the importance of personal finance and help them identify and dispute negative items in their credit reports. Her services allow individuals to leverage the Fair Credit Report Act to improve their overall credit score and credit history to position themselves for home ownership, lower interest rates, entrepreneurship, and general wealth. Give Tracy Brown a call at 618-560-3687. One more time, 618-560-3687.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Seth with the Lion's Den. Are you or someone you know looking for a tool to help them be more accountable? Check out the Black Collar Mindset, the Art of Strategic Thinking. It's a manual to help maneuver through life strategically by holding yourself accountable every step of the way. Go to theblackcollarmindset.com to grab your copy today. Again, the website is theblackcollarmindset.com. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Let's get it together.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Lion's Den. And I see Will is over there chit-chatting. He's walking with his phone, y'all. He forgot we was on the air. But ladies and gentlemen, if y'all didn't know by now, we have the lovely Miss Carrie in the building. Yes. What you think so far being in the den, ma'am?
I love it. I'm gonna have to come back.
Most definitely. You good over there, Will?
Most definitely, brother. Have y'all check on wifey?
You got to do that. All right, y'all, listen. Now it's time for why we are here on today. If this is your first time tuning in, make sure you like, subscribe, share this. And if you are a frequent flyer, keep flying with us right on and share it, because we do appreciate you. We love you. I swear we do. Now, this is what we got going on right now. Yo, check it out. Miss Simone Biles, ladies and gentlemen, she has been getting it in. She decided to take a knee, okay? And America has a problem with it. And as a matter of fact, some of us got a problem with it. So, given to you, Miss Carrie, what do you think about this situation?
Shout out to Simone Biles, wherever you are right now, taking your mental health break or whatever it is that you're doing for yourself. I think that's, first of all, I think it's super brave of her to do that, right? This is the Olympics. It's an international stage. This girl has worked her whole life to perform at this stage. Her work ethic over all these years has shown us that she is good. She's committed. She's invested. She is here. And the one moment she decided that she cannot entertain us for, 2 days, oh my God, she became the worst person in the world, to where they even had the Texas Attorney General, whoever he is, made these remarks about her online and saying that she's a national embarrassment.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, if you're listening, sir, what have you done lately? You know what I mean? Like, you're not even in this lane. You probably couldn't even perform a quarter of what she has done in the morning for warm-ups. Mm-hmm. How dare you come for this woman like that? And then you have to think about it. This is a young lady. She's still pretty young. She's growing and learning. Like, I was really disappointed in America. I really was.
Yes. Will, what you think, bro?
I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. People need to mind their damn business. Mm-hmm. This young lady has proved that she is one, if not the best, to ever do it on the gymnastics floor. Mm-hmm. So I applaud her bravery, her consistency, her work ethic, and all of that. She does not owe anybody a damn thing as to why she decided not to go forth with her routine. She don't owe anyone that.
Right.
And for those that are criticizing, do better. Show us you can do better.
Yes. So, and I can dig that. But now, because my brother isn't on right now and he got some things going on, I think I would be doing him a disjustice if I did not give him his 2 cents, okay, on online. Now, those of you that know, I'm talking about Big Herm, okay? So his issue is he really feel as though that it's a little extra, okay? It's how can I explain it? All right, so Herm pretty much says that he feels, because of people, including myself, has added extra flavoring as to why that she's not, doing this or that she's not playing. He's performing, right? Is it because of her, the sexual abuse? Is it because of the racism? Is it because of her age? It's all been reasons. And let's not forget, she was actually threatened, right? Threatened about the way that she did the twists or the turns or whatever the case it is. Like, she would not get full points because other gymnasts could not do that. You understand what I'm saying? Or could not actually perform it. So it's like this. The fact is, she does not owe anyone a reason as to why. However, on the flip side, she's at this point of her career where she is the GOAT, period. You understand? So part of what she says and don't say, she is, in my opinion, she has a responsibility. You get what I'm saying? To her fans or to the little Simones out there. Hey, if it is mental health, this is what you need to do to take care of yourself. She has been through so many things, family, that we can't judge her. But because of the lack of, I guess, conversations or interactions that she's been given, individuals, we have been demonizing her. You get what I'm saying? CC, what you think about that?
Sure, I wish Herm was here, but Herm, if you're listening and when you go back and watch this, like Will says, do better. You know, be better. No, but so to the little Simone Biles that looks up to her and watches her, I think this is an important message for her to send. If you are not okay at any time, take a knee. It is absolutely okay to not be okay. I don't care if she has been through everything that we thought was more traumatic than this and she never stepped down before. She can step down when she so chooses. The truth of the matter is, we use people in sports and whatever for our own entertainment. And the moment we're done with them, we cast them off the island for the next best person coming along. So Herm said to me this week, he was really concerned about the team aspect, her letting her team down. So what I think she did was, personally, she set her team up. Simone Biles probably will not be at another Olympics because of her age. These girls were always going to be in her shadow if they performed on the same stage with her. So her stepping out gave them the opportunity to shine, and boy, did they shine. And then think about the coach, because this coach has been known as training the GOATs. But let's be honest, Simone Biles has a lot of that talent naturally, so he didn't necessarily train the GOATs. Now the world can see that he's trained more gold medalists besides just Simone Biles. So what a great opportunity for him as well. I mean, I think it's a win-win around. I think she was brave for what she did, and it ain't nobody business why she stepped down, and she does not owe us that explanation at all.
At all. And I believe it. Hold on one second. We about to do a little something, y'all. This is the first time that we about to call in a caller.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. Hey Herm, hey man, you live right now on the Lions Den, brother. How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm still in this wedding right here, man.
You still in the wedding? Hey, well, look, go in the bathroom real quick because I want you to speak. I want you to speak on your own behalf.
Oh no, I'm coming. Wait till the official party walk out. I'm gonna walk out. I can't move right now. I'm coming.
Hey,
trust and believe.
You better hurry up. We ain't got that much time. Hurry up.
No, I got you, brother. I'm coming.
All right, later. So, but with that being said, though, too, to your point, Carrie, they did win a silver medal. All right. That's not anything to sneeze at. But my question is, do you think it was because Simone wasn't there? Not Herm, but Big Will, what you think, man? Do you think with her presence not being there that was the best they could have received?
I think in all honesty, you go there based on your work ethic. Although you have your team support, you're going to perform your capabilities. So you cannot utilize someone else's situation to not be present to justify why you did not do as good. You got to take some personal ownership. That coached everybody to the best of their ability. So you cannot blame her for that. So I don't think those two tie together. I think they went out there, did their due diligence. They will go back and do greater things because they're going to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to make it work. But there's nothing to do with Simone.
Okay. All right. Good point. So the question is, too, what do you think we need to do as people when it comes down to the individuals that we put to a higher standard and when they want to take a step back or when they want to take a knee, right? What should we do moving forward? Because ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, we may not all agree as to why she did what she did. It's really none of our business. But how do we take care of our legends while they're alive, right? How do we continue to give roses now, right? How do we do that? Cece, what do you think individuals can do, or our culture? What can we do to do better?
So I think what she has done, and we saw this with the tennis star a few months ago. I can't think of her name either. When she stepped down from mental health, I think they're normalizing it in their industry, and the more they do it, the more people will continue to support them, and they'll just retrain the world on how to teach them, how to treat them over time. So the thing is, when I found out what was wrong with her, we finally found out a few days later. That girl could have landed on her neck and broke her neck, right? She got disoriented in the air. We don't want her out here performing like that. We don't want any of our kids out here performing like that. And I don't think we should send that message. So I think it's for parents and for each of us, what we're doing right now, having this conversation to say it's okay, to let people know that regardless of whatever industry you work in or how big you are, you can always take a knee. I think that's extremely important.
What you think, Will?
I think as a people, we can do a better job at normalizing the behavior, whether good, bad, or indifferent, because they're out there performing. You cannot win every championship. I'm a Lakers fan. I heard so much, man, the Lakers ain't this, the Lakers ain't that. I'm still a fan. They're still contenders. They had injuries, so on and so forth, but at the same time, don't hop off the bandwagon just because the ship stopped a little bit. You got to be consistent with it. You can't be pro-American one day and then the next day, because you don't like something, now you're off the bandwagon. To me, that means you got a little soul searching to do. You gotta be consistent. You're gonna be a supporter. You got to support through everything. Right. And I think as people, we have to learn that our energy is important, whether positive or negative. You got to see what kind of energy that you're pushing out there, because that can be the difference as to how they look at their mental health. How much people are influenced by outside entities to know what are you really putting into this individual? What kind of energy are you bringing? You got to protect that by all costs.
All right, y'all. So look, I hear some little pish posh in the background. Hey, Herm, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
All right, so go ahead, man. Let's get your 3 cents.
Hey, so who we got on right now? Because I couldn't see no part of the show. Who we got on?
All right, so look, we got Big Will and we got Miss CC in the building, Miss Carrie.
You said we got Carrie? Okay.
Yep.
Hey, so what's the question y'all want to ask me?
No. I need you to tell me what you feel about this Simone Biles situation, right? And how individuals have been coming at her because of she does not want to participate in the rest of the games.
Okay, so here's my thoughts on it, right? My thoughts is she has every right to bow out if she chooses to. What I don't like is the narratives people are coming up with is the reason why she's no longer participating. You know what I'm saying? This whole thing about blaming the Olympics for the rules that they made and whatnot, to me, that's a bunch of BS. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knew about those rules before she got on the plane to come out there, so don't put that on her like that. You know what I mean? I think that when people making up their own narratives, you know what I mean, it kind of diminishes her, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It diminishes her. Don't come up with these excuses and these reasons. You know, but we still really don't know what it was exactly that got her that caused the twist. You know what I mean? What we do know is that she went out for the qualifying event. She messed up big time. And after that, she immediately said, hey, I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm done. But what we did, we started running. We ran, hey, yeah, man, they didn't give her all the points. That's the reason why, no, hey, chill out with that. You know what I mean? I don't feel like Simone Biles is that weak of an individual to where that was going to hold her back and mess her up and get in her mind. She's the greatest champion that we've ever seen in gymnastics. So you mean to tell me that rule change was broke her down and where she couldn't perform? Right. That was my problem. My problem is not that she backed out because of her own mental health or she felt like she couldn't compete due to her own safety. My problem is people coming up with their own narratives.
Okay. So now, what do you think the fix is moving forward for our community?
My thing is the fix is stop trying to jump to everything being racial. You know what I mean? Like it's like every time something happens, they're looking for somebody to blame. You know what I mean? Stop that. You know what I mean? We don't know what's to blame, what's the cause. You know what I mean? Let me try to keep up. I'm going inside, getting crowded again. We don't know what the cause is and what the reasons is. Stop looking to be. In this instance here, it felt like people were looking to be oppressed. You know what I mean? Like we were just looking for the oppression. No, man, don't diminish the greatest champion we ever had in gymnastics like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that to her. What you think, Carrie?
So, I mean, I look at that too, right? So I think the rules were in place about her capabilities, right? So she knew what it was getting into it. But for me, if I'm already having a mental health struggle, I already feel some type of way, that could have happened last month, but now that could be a part of my decisions as well. Like, you know what? They already did this to me. I already, got the twisties. I'm already getting off the stage at the very top. It is what it is. I'm just going to bow out. So it could be a part of her decision. The truth is, we all made up a narrative because nobody knows, because she chose not to speak on it. And that's what we tend to do with athletes and celebrities. That's what we do. We make it up, I'm
going to tell you this. If she comes up with, if that's the reason, one, I'm going to feel like her publicist told her to do that.
There you go. Go ahead.
Hold on, I'm trying to get outside. Hold on one second.
Y'all see,
Out of line.
Yeah, he got something to say. He got something to say.
Hold on. So one, if she came out and said that rule change was the reason that messed her up, I'm gonna think somebody coaxed her to say that. You know what I mean? In order to push that agenda of the oppressed person agenda. You know what I mean? And two, I'm gonna lose respect for her if she say that, because now I'm thinking that's mentally weak. Because you knew that rule was in place, and now you messed up. You gonna blame that rule? If you really the world champion, which he is, no rule like that everybody else has to abide by should stop you.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Listen, I've worked for men who plain out have told me that women shouldn't be in leadership, right? And I want to quit, but I'm not there yet because I haven't met my own objective. But the moment I do, and I decide to walk out the door, I still put that back into my decision as well and be like, peace out. Remember you said this, I got what I got now, and now I'm ready to leave. So it can be a combination of different things. Absolutely.
You're gonna let somebody else dictate how you go about.
Well, that's oppression.
Just because some idiot told you, hey, no woman should. Well, I mean, just because some idiot said, hey, no woman should be in leadership, you internalize that and let it affect you.
That's literally what oppression does.
I don't give a damn what nobody has to say. You know what I mean? I'm gonna still do whatever I gotta do. If I'm the greatest, then I mean this rule is not gonna stop me.
Well, confidence does not mean a lack of fear or a lack of failure, right? So not because she is the greatest. It had to take, years of dedication to get here. I'm sure in some time she has to feel some type of way. Nobody wants to hear these things and read these things about yourself. Why isn't the rules changing for her in the first place? That's a whole different conversation, because I don't know if that impacted her decision. But the fact is, it could impact her decision if she decided, you know what? You said this to me 2 years ago, and now it hurt. I really thought about it, and now I had some time, and I said, you know what, I'm out. She can do that.
We did talk about that, Herm. We did talk about that.
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all really think that the Olympic Committee did that because they didn't want her to win? Let me ask y'all that for real.
I'm be honest with you. I think that she had a talent that no one else could duplicate, and they wanted to balance the playing field, so they prevented her from doing what she can do. So yes, I do think that's a contribution in why they made that decision.
Now, my thought process.
St. Louis going crazy right now. Hold on.
Hey, look. I do agree. To what you said, Will. But my thing is, a champ is a champ. no matter what. So it's like I was
my
used.
boy Will on?
Yeah, I said Will. See, he didn't hear me. See, hey,
I couldn't hear him, man. Too much
you
noise
see
going
what
on.
happened? Look, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all still on, I'm gonna show you why he is thinking the way he is, kind of discombobulated. But look, the thing is this: when individuals can color inside the lines and be beautiful, but they are demonized for coloring outside the lines and it's still beautiful, they can come back in and still be great. You see what I'm saying? So I don't believe that the the rules had to be changed because she was, just too much. I just think that she's so dope that she changed the playing fields. You get what I'm saying? Me personally. So what you think?
I don't know. I don't know why the rule was changed, but here's what I will say. It wasn't to prevent her from winning, because if they didn't want her to win, she wouldn't win.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Period, point blank. Roy Jones Jr. can tell you that. Roy Jones Jr. spent, when he was in the Olympics, beat the hell out of the Korean dude in the ring.
Mhm.
And they didn't want him to win, so guess what happened? They gave that medal, they gave that gold medal to somebody else. The Olympics is on a world stage. If they don't want you to win, you just won't win. This ain't a race. You know what I'm saying? They judging moves off of something that's subjective. So if they didn't want her to win, then she wouldn't win. She wouldn't have became the greatest gymnast of all time if they didn't want her to. You know what I mean? So I don't know why the rule change was there, but I really doubt that it was because they didn't want her to win.
Well,
You know what I mean? Because
go ahead, CC.
I think the rule change was there to make it more palatable for people to watch. If you're watching it and she's so great all the time, it won't entertain us as much. So they changed the rules for us because we are unfortunately that selfish. We want to be entertained by this girl.
And it's a moneymaker. It's a moneymaker too. Keep it. Hey, let's keep it 1,000.
That's the first thing.
Hey, it's a moneymaker. You dig?
I think that we're at the, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to say why the rules would change. You know what I mean? I have no idea. I never worked in the Olympic Committee before. You know what I mean? But the first thing we go to is oppression. You know what I mean? Are they trying to hold us down? And now, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why she mentally broke and couldn't do it. I'm like, nah, man, I give her more credit than that.
I agree. I don't think the rules change caused her to be mentally broken, which caused her to get out of the Olympics. But if you think about this, we've made comments like this, for example, on like a Usain Bolt, right? Because we know his span of steps on a track field is bigger than other people. We've made these same type of comments about just unfortunately other people of color. They're designed different, their greatness is different. So it's not necessarily an oppression thing. The thing is, we are different, and we understand that. But my question is, should we be punished because we're different? That's the question when it comes on to the oppression portion. Should we be punished? You think about a Michael Jordan, you talk about a LeBron. Should they be punished, or should they dim their lights to fit into this structure? Or should the rules change because they're great? That's not fair. I mean, it's like a game. I don't know.
No, I agree with that. Now, man, I wish I would have been able to stay on the whole show. I know they're looking for me to bring this gift back for the wedding.
No, go ahead.
Here's what I do want to end. Here's what I do want to end on saying this. It's important for me to say this. You know what I'm saying? I do believe she has every right to do whatever her body feels. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're at that level, man, people are always going to have an opinion. Man. Welcome to sports. Welcome to fame. People are going to have an opinion. You know what I mean? That's why she's always going to need those people that know her and people that love her to always support her, because everybody's not going to agree with her stance or whatnot. You know what I mean? There's going to be nasty things that come out online. I've heard people call her a coward, which I think is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she deserves any kind of name calling for choosing her mental health above some game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she felt like she could legitimately die and also hurt the team's chances to medal if she would have continued. I commend her for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think she took the right steps. You know what I mean? She did what was right for her. And like the ad said, man, she don't own nobody's shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I agree with that. You know what I mean? With the only problem I had was the narrative that started getting kicked out. That's the only problem I had.
Hey, well, and you know what? Shout out to you, man, for taking this time out to give your 2 cents. And at the end of the day, everybody has an opinion. I guess it all depends on who mouth is larger. But hey, with that being said, bro, hit me up a little later. All right, I'm gonna give the audience a little taste of your
All right.
two-step. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute.
Hey, Will, welcome back, brother.
Yes, sir, man. We're gonna pray for them ankles.
Yeah. All right, you be easy, Herm.
I can dance, motherfucker. Bye.
Bye. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, hey, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are still on, we want to thank y'all for joining us today on the Lions Den. And you, ma'am, Miss CC, man. Got it there with us. So please, you are always welcome. We will be having you back. Big Will, welcome back, man. We got some things to do, man. We trust me, we got some work. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Lions Den, but don't go. Don't go. I got something for you. I told you Herm got issues, okay? So I want you to keep your eyes on this screen, okay? And after this, y'all have a good evening, all right?
There you go. Go ahead. Somebody get this fool. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Look. What the hell is he doing? Look. I'm done.